Damascus is finally receiving the first stock exchange in the country. And with that, there are plenty of banks that are signing up to open new branches in the city. Looking for an opportunity, the mayor has agreed to allow those banks and the stock exchange to open and also define an area in the city as the financial district. And with the high number of bank accounts being open, the mayor also decided to bring new post offices to the city to provide a service to deliver all those cards to the bank customers. Come to Damascus in Cities Skylines, and I am so excited today because we do at the Financial Districts, the LC, and we will build it in this area over here that we set up in the previous episode. So we have plenty of space, or I believe we have plenty of space in here. We'll see how that looks like, because there is a lot that we can do, and there is a lot that we can bring into this area. It's not lost on me that we need a lot more residential as well, and that might be a problem. So what I think I'll do is basically increase the residential area in this, in the Riverside suburb, which is just on the left side of this kind of creek that should go through here. And we'll see how that all works out and work together. So with the new DLC, you have a different menu in here. Before it was just the police menu, and now it's police department and banks. And when you open this, you have the banks option, or the little pigs. We don't have anything available. You have three types of banks in here: the small bank, the large bank, and the skyscraper bank. But it just unlocks after you go into unique buildings and add your stock exchange. I won't go into the road layouts. I think I will skip all that part, but we would work together on adding the stock exchange, leveling up. We have some more buildings in here that we can add, like the Bronze Panda, the Bronze Call, the Elevated Plaza, the Underground Garden, and the International Trade Building. So that is going to be a really nice episode, and I'm quite excited for that. So the way we will do it, by the way, I've changed this road here for bicycles, because look at how many people is using this. Also changed those roads to bicycle roads until we get in here. The reason for that is because I saw a lot of cyclists coming through this road, going over the bridge and going all the way over here. So I said, well, if they're all coming through from here, why not give them just a shortcut over there? We have the road now, and that's exactly what we've done. So maybe we will use some roads with trees over here. And I think before we start, I want to remove all the trees in this area. We will add some more trees later on, but just to have like a clean slate. As you know, I like to remove it just to make things a little bit easier for myself. So there we go, we have that. We have our trams going through here, and this would be a really nice area. What I need to see is basically what's the size of this. So how big is this? I may have to do things like on a trial basis in here. Maybe where do we add these? I think I want to bring like a road to the back there and add it at the back, not at the main road. And I think that will help us a little bit. What I'm thinking is basically going, maybe if I look at population in here, what I might do is basically to try to go as much in the middle as possible. And I want to bring this over here, over there, and then we'll see what's the size here. So if I put in here, that means one on each side, and let's do it. There we go. We have our stock exchange in there, and I'll show you that in a second. we bring that back in here, and then we'll apply like the detailing to this road again. But look at that, our stock exchange up and running. And I'll let you know as well how to trade there quite easily. There we go. This should do. And this is the DSX Street or Damascus Stock Exchange. So if you don't know how this works, the stock exchange has 5 different levels. And the way you get to level this up, you basically invest some money, and the more money you invest, more money you gain from your investments. The easiest will be to basically level this up. So if you're getting to manage investments, I will pause the game because you can see some things already. Or Cheap Air, which is our airline, is doing well. So if it's positive, don't buy it. If it's negative, like this, could be worse. But yeah, we can buy it, and I'll buy everything. At this point in the city, that's much easier for us to actually get the money or get our investments back. So I'm buying everything that's like quite low in here, and never buy when it's positive. So that's the goal. You can see in the graphs if this is a good or bad. Like for example, this is kind of, the number is low, but it's kind of high in the graph. So we can wait a little bit, and we basically put that on speed 3 and just wait a little bit. As you can see, the greasy gasoline is already going up. The forestry industry, we can sell that. It's already good money. Healthcare, we can wait a little bit more. Maybe, yeah, the greasy gasoline, I think will go up even further. And I don't know if the death care will be good or not, but we can take a look at those and see. Oh, look at this. Traffic jelly is pretty low. Let's get that in. The very legit company is going down, so let's buy it as well. We spend quite a lot of money, and some of the options here, for example, the oil industry will unlock when you have at least 200 squares of oil industry buildings. Cheaper crypto unlock when you upgrade the stock exchange to level 3. So there we go. We can speed things up again, see how this all goes, and take a look, see if we can or want to sell things. I might sell this again. This should be very stable at the moment. Ooh, look at this. 692,000. That will give us like quite a lot of updates. Let's sell everything and take a look at if we can upgrade the stock exchange. So if you look at this, let me unpause the game. We can now, yes, we just gained, just like that, $1,134,900 in here. We just need 50,000 to upgrade this. Let's go. Upgrade 1 done. So we get some new buildings in here, the small bank, bronze panda, and bronze call. And then we can upgrade again at 250,000, large bank, and the elevated plaza. And this building is getting quite big there. And we can take a look at that. There we go. And then we can upgrade again with 750,000. And we get the underground garden plaza and the skyscraper bank. And now this is huge. There we go. This looks pretty cool. Let me close this so you have a nice view in there. And we did a little bit more. We need 1.5 million for level 4. So we can again take a look at this and do the same deal. At the moment, everything is quite high, so I'll wait a little bit. I'll do the same process, just buy and sell, and I'll be back with you in a second. Level 4 upgrades is done. We now have the international trade building. That's a very important building because it helps you expand the area of effect of the stock exchange, which we'll talk in a second. And now we have level 5, which gives us a tax bonus of plus 6%. So that's the maximum level. You can keep going, you can get like, if you're tight on money, you maybe can use this to help you out in getting some money back. But there we are. Look at this nice building for the stock exchange. I just love that. So right here in this little area that we have, is there? No, that's the bank. We tried those banks as well. So if you go in here, we do have a bronze cow, and I don't know if I put them on the corners or maybe I added in here. Oh, I just put in the wrong place there. Let me move it. So look at them. They're quite cute. Love it. And look at the cow. Oh, who doesn't love it? All right, we have our building. So if we look at our new option in here, the stock exchange, this is the area of effect from 0% to 6% bonus. Obviously, the area of the major effect is just around the building, going out towards like the outskirts. So what I'm thinking about doing here is basically we have our downtown in there. And what I want to do is come in here and look at our building here. So the International Trade Building. So this is the center of finance, international trading for any city that has made its way to the top of the financial world. Financial district office buildings pay higher tax when built close to an international trade building. But it also adds like a lot of bonuses around it. So this area it's all covered for all the buildings we have in there. So I really want to add it somewhere around here, and maybe just on this corner here might be the best place for that. That fits perfectly in there. That's awesome. And we improve our landscape here a little bit as well. Nice building, really nice building in there. All right, so then can I just click on this? Just not showing me any details from that building for some reason. All right, maybe it's still a little bug. We are playing the early release for the game, by the way, and so big thank you for Paradox and Colossal Order for providing a key for me to play on early access and bring this up to you straight after the release of the game. Ooh, have a Golf. Oh, look at the car. Have a Porsche coming in here. Nice. All right, I'm just looking at things and just I'm getting distracted already. All right, so around this area, right, let's start building our road layout. There are a few things that we need to do next, which is basically I did put some water pipes in this area, so it's all covered now. But we do want a metro station in here as well. Maybe moving this tram stop so it's in front of the actual building. And we obviously need to zone everything in here. I think it also makes sense for us to have a bank in this area because we don't have any in the city yet. And oh, by the way, I think I'm hiding it from you, but there we go. We have our new building in here, which is, what's that called? This one, the Underground Garden Plaza, which is really nice indeed. I love it how you have like the trees. If I install Bob later on, I will actually replace those trees because I think we can get something taller in that. That'll look a little bit nicer. But I really like this new plaza that we have in there. Hey, all done. So I will run you through some of the chains here and I'll let it play. I've zoned this all. I have to keep it paused at the moment. And I don't want any new buildings growing yet. But I've zoned everything with office buildings, as you can see right here. Left some spacing just in here because I don't want anything on this main road over there. Don't think that makes sense. And I might actually build over here as well. We do have these rocks in there, but I think it will look good if we build in the middle there. So I might go for it and see what happens. Maybe not there because, again, of the rocks. But yeah, we'll see what we get and how that looks, and we can change things if we need to. In terms of public transportation, we do have a metro. Like, fortunately enough, we had the line going through here, so I've just added a stop in there. We knew that we would build it here, so I left that there for a reason, but it's good to see that I thought about that before we've done anything, which is really good. So that is in there. Now, the stop, yeah, I've moved in here, so we have one in here, another one there, and all that should be there, it's in there. Now, one thing that I want to show you is now that you have this option, financial office buildings. So I've zoned this area just so you know where that is. And I'm now thinking that we may want to put things in here as well. We might. Let's see how this goes. So we make that district specialization, so financial district, and there will go. I do want, as I mentioned, to add a new bank in here, and I haven't yet. So we have the small, we have the large, and you have the skyscraper bank. And I think that makes sense for this area, at least, to have a skyscraper bank in here. That fits just perfectly in there. Or there. Oh, so many good options. How does that look, really? Let me take a look at this. That'll be our first bank in the city. So we have this side. Oh, this side in here would be really good. Or oh, that actually doesn't fit in there. So that answers my own question. That'll be just here. That'll look great. We could do like one on each side. That would be quite cool as well. But no, just one in here might be enough. And I want to show you what comes out of it. So, oh, so many cars in here. There we go. Cash transport van. That's what I want to show you. This is a pretty cool, let me slow things down here. Pretty cool car or vehicle that will collect money from your commercial area. And this building here has 20 cars available. So that has 20. I don't know if you can see the other ones in here. 10 vans. We have 4 on this one and 20 on that one. So pretty nice. And we do have our first real financial buildings being built. Happy Face Travel Agency is there. Trident Accounting and the Finance News. So all coming into play. I just love this corner building in here. Look at how cool this is. Just looks really, really nice. Also have to start to keep an eye on this, mostly because we will see a lot of traffic coming into this area, and I want to make sure that if we need, we can get more connections to the highway in here, so people don't actually need to use the bridge to cross and get access to that. We'll see how that goes, depending on how many buildings or cars we have in there. We will change that. What's going on here? This vehicle is just in the middle of everyone. Great, that's all we need. And all right, we have our first bank, and we have, if you look at this now, we'll see that we have like a pretty large area. It's a pretty large area, really. And this building is providing bonuses on this area. The stock exchange is providing bonuses on this area, and it's a pretty nice bonus for land value in there. So I also want to change the name of this district and maybe call it Damascus Financial District only. Oh, cheap air. We could buy that. You know what? We're here. You know what? Let's buy it. Leave it there. And then we'll come back later and see what we can get. And I might have missed. Yeah, that's always one building. Why? I'll bring this there and there. There we go. Everyone should be happy now. We do need some services in here, and as I thought was gonna happen, we have a lot of vehicles queuing up in here to get into the highway. So maybe we take a look at this and see where they're all going. So mostly are all going straight or turning into the highway. So what we could do for them is basically we could add another entrance over here or one over here. And I'm actually inclined to do it around here, to be honest, because we are increasing the number of lanes in there. That'll make this work a little bit better. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Right, the area is growing quite nicely and I've added some more residential, as I mentioned in here. Added a little bit of commercial because we did add quite a lot of demand. Our demand for that is still pretty high. Obviously for demand for offices is pretty low because of all of this, but it's growing. It is growing indeed. And if you remember the building that I showed you before on the corner, now it has like an extra bit at the top there. So the way these buildings actually grow, you can see that you have 3 levels in here. So first level is just the bottom part. Level 2, you add this little bit in here, and level 3, it grows even taller. And that's what I love about these new office buildings, because they basically stay the same, but they just grow and grow and grow. So it's really, really nice. Now I can see that we are starting to see a little bit of traffic in here, potentially everyone moving into the new area. So let's just take a look at that and make sure that it is what I think it is. It seems like it is everyone moving in there. So we just wait and this traffic will go away. And by adding the slip lane in here, traffic from the bridge is pretty good. So going really well in there. Like the more and more I look at about this area, I feel like we should extend the offices into this side as well. We might. I'll keep that in mind. But now what I'll do, hold on. Do we have anyone coming to pick up the dead in here? We should keep an eye on that, because I did add the plastic surgery in there. Oh, but that's just medical. It doesn't add it's not like that, not that people, the word I'm looking for. It doesn't add the crematorium. So what I might do, I think I'll add the crematorium in here, and then we just say go for the financial district, please. Thank you very much. And there we go. We can see the first one going out. Nice. And I can see that we might need to add a crossing over here as well. Feels like the right thing to do. Maybe I'll add on all sides, which also reminds me about one more thing. It's the only area of the city where we have crossings everywhere, like on every single corner. And yes, they are all custom crossings. So there we go. Now, what we need to do is basically go around the city and work on the next step, which is adding some banks. I will add some different sizing banks around this place because, well, I think it makes sense for us. I'll start with a large bank, maybe around this area, and I want to show you how each of these buildings look like. And then I'll go around, do it for the whole city and show you what that looks like. And look at this, feels like it might be a good place to have that bank just over there. And this is how the large bank looks like. Very nice. Love to see those vents coming out. Really like it. These buildings look really, really good. And now I want to add another one, which is the small one. And for this one, well, we might go somewhere like to the outskirts of the city. And maybe this area here, closer to the commerce, would be a very good place for that. So if we can get those buildings going away, there we go. Is this a different one? Oh, it's different. Nice. Oh, I like this one. All white. That's pretty cool. Okay, but this is how the small bank looks like. And I really like this building. Probably will be one of the ones I use the most around the city. The only problem is that, oh, you have variations for that building. Oh, I really like it. The only problem is that we might need more. But what we can also do is come in here. This is mountain view, I believe. Yes, it is. And we can say that you just attend mountain view. So we don't go like around the whole city doing or using those banks. And here we are with the new financial district just growing up. We need a lot more people in the city, and I haven't added a lot of new residential. You can see that demand at the moment is not that it's actually low, but basically as far as we get some demands, the buildings are growing and we feel that demand. So added more buildings in here. Over there, there is some zoning, so they are growing over there as well. I've added, where is that? Over here, a lot more buildings in there as well. And we are now getting this all covered. But it's potentially not enough. We still need, we still have 99,000 jobs. So that's quite a lot for people to join us and get more, what's the word I'm looking for? Get more jobs. There we go. Go to work. Something else that I need to mention is the large bank. You have three variations. You have the triangular top, you have the circular top, and you have the squared top. And I quite like those. I really like the way they look. And finally, I showed you this building before, so you can see now it has basically level 1 was ground floor, level 2 was up here, level 3 goes all the way over there, and we have several buildings with the same format and the same way of looking. So in terms of the stock exchange, we have bonuses all around this area over here, which is great. And in terms of bank, we are now collecting a lot of the money around just this area. I don't know why it's not actually getting me any cash, so maybe we should do a new one over here so they can collect over there. But overall, we can see that everything or almost everything is green. That there will be some areas that will take a little bit longer. Sometimes we're just waiting for the money events to come back, but it's all over in basically everywhere. So that is really, really good. And finally in here as well, also added some more residential in here. And I've left the trees that were outlining the farm, like in this one. I left in there because I think that would be a nice way for us to grow the neighborhood around that, and I quite like it. I think it looks good. But yeah, residentials are growing back up again, so that is pretty good. And with the post offices, then we have, for example, the post sorting facility in the airport over here, and then several of the post offices spread out across the city. As you can see, it's mostly all green or blue or green and blue, except for the university. But the reason for that is that we use the pedestrian pathways here for the most of the buildings in the university, and post offices won't collect any mail from them. So yeah, that's sad, but that's life. They can send everything to the main building and they can collect it over there. I do want to still expand this over to the side. I think we'll do, I have an idea that we'll need to do a lot more than just build like some roads and doing stuff in here, but I think that'll be completely worth it. I don't know if that's something for the next episode or for the following one, but it's coming, so I'll leave this area in there and we'll work that out. There's a lot more buildings or more areas for buildings to grow in here, but as each of these buildings, like, they have more than 700 jobs available per building, and that is quite a lot of jobs. That's why we need so many people, and we are getting there. It's just a matter of time now. What we need to do is just to talk about the financial districts DLC, or the mini DLC, and if you enjoy it, or if you are enjoying it, leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have questions, if you have suggestions, or if you just want to have a chat. Use the comments below or join our Discord server. The link is in the description. Also, there is a giveaway happening, and this Saturday on the 17th, we will give away one Financial Districts DLC key on our live stream on Saturday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to take a look at that, if you want to try to win the DLC, the link is in the description. Feel free to join it, and we will pick a winner on Saturday. So other than that, I really hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.